This is Fitness Blender's Cardio and Pilates Blend. In this routine, we have 7 different groups of a cardio exercise and a Pilates exercise. The cardio interval is going to last for 30 seconds, and then we're going to do 20 repetitions of the Pilates exercise. Each one of these sets we're going to be doing twice through. Now, you're not going to need any equipment other than an optional exercise mat, and we haven't included a warm-up or a cool-down, so you'll want to add one of those in on your own. Let's go ahead and start off with our first cardio component, the lunge jacks. We're going to be doing this for 30 seconds. Go ahead and get ready. And start it up. Go ahead and lunge forward, reaching down underneath the thigh of that front leg, then come back up to a standing position. Bring those hands up over top of your head like you would with a jumping jack. Just going to nice and slow alternate back and forth between legs, making sure that you're getting a nice full range of motion deep down into that lunge every single time, almost touching that knee to the ground, and making sure that your weight is evenly distributed from your front to back leg. Just keep that motion going a little bit longer. We're almost done. Just 5 seconds left. And let it relax. All right, let's go and move on to the next exercise. This is our first Pilates exercise, the double leg stretches. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Those legs come up to a tabletop position. Bring those arms up over top of your head. Nice and slow, you're going to crunch forward, bring those arms up out to those thighs, and then extend those arms over your head again, this time extending your legs as well. Nice and slow, bring those knees back in over top of those hips, bring those arms up to about mid-thigh to knee level, then nice and slow, extend everything right back out. Just with any other Pilates exercise, you want to concentrate on sucking that belly button in and pressing that lower back flat against that mat. You're going to inhale as you draw those knees in, bring those hands to those thighs. Exhale as you extend those arms and legs out. Keep checking that form. Make sure those legs are nice and tensed. You want that belly button pulled down nice and tight, pressing that lower back against that ground. Nice, slow, fluid motions. Inhale, knees in. Exhale, extend those legs and arms out. Inhale, bring it together. Exhale, press it out. Just watch those knees, trying to let them come in too far over top of that stomach. You want them right on top of that knee if you want the hardest version. Just 3 more repetitions, nice fluid motion. Pull it back in. 2 more. And 1 left, nice full extension. Pull it back in. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and stand back up. We're going to move right back into that cardio component, back to those lunge jacks. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Lunge forward, reaching down underneath that thigh. Lean forward slightly through that chest, but make sure that back stays nice and flat. You don't want to round those shoulders forward to get those hands underneath those thighs. Just nice, slow, fluid motion. Try to get a nice deep lunge. Again, making sure that you're keeping your weight evenly distributed between your front and your back leg. And we're almost done. Just 5 seconds left. Keep that motion going. 1 more. And let it relax. All right, go and drop back down to the ground. We're going to go back to that Pilates exercise, the double leg stretch. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Go ahead and bring those legs up to that tabletop position. 90-degree on that knee, knee directly above that hip joint, arms over your head, and then tuck them in, roll those shoulders up, extend those arms and legs out, nice full extension. Always keeping that belly button pulled down into your spine. Press that lower back flat against that mat. Go ahead and focus on that breathing. Inhale those arms and legs in together. Exhale, extending them away from each other. Nice full extension. Just slowly move it back and forth. Breathe comfortably, making sure you're keeping those abs nice and tight the entire time. Just 3 more repetitions. It's 3, 2, nice slow fluid motion. Your last one, bring it in, and let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next cardio exercise, heel tap jumps. Go ahead and stand up. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Get that hopping going, bring those heels together really quickly, then extending those legs right back out again, getting them really nice and wide, at least twice shoulder width apart, before you hop right back up, tapping those heels back together again. This is a really, really quick motion. Nothing real complicated here, but you've got to make sure you're moving as quickly as you possibly can. Get that heart rate up really nice and high, burn lots of calories. Almost done, just got 5 seconds left. Keep that motion going. And let it relax. All right, go and lay down flat on your stomach for this next exercise, the prone heel taps. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. So nice and slow, contract those back muscles through those glutes, get those thighs up nice and high off the ground, tap those heels together twice, and then stretch those legs as wide apart as you possibly can. It's going to be exhale, exhale, inhale. So exhale with those heels tapping, and inhale as those legs come back apart. Arch that back up really nice and high. If that back starts getting a little bit too tired, you can always put those hands down on the ground, support that upper body just a little bit with those hands. And just 3 left. Last one. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and stand back up. We've got our next round of heel tap jumps. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Get those feet going really nice and quick. Getting those legs back apart, trying to get a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, up to twice shoulder width apart. Then bring those feet back together, tapping those heels really nice and quick, getting them back apart before you touch back down on the ground. Just try to keep that motion really nice and quick, trying to keep your heart rate up nice and high the entire time. Almost done, just 5 seconds left. Keep that motion going. And let it relax. All right, drop it back down on the ground again, face down on that mat, doing those prone heel taps. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Arch that back up nice and high, peel those thighs up off the ground, stretch those legs apart, tap those heels together twice, and then stretch them apart again. Remember, it's going to be exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale. And just 3 more repetitions. It's 3, 2, and 1 right there. Go ahead and let those legs drop back down, let that chest drop. Move on to that next cardio exercise, the windmill cross step. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. So those arms going in a nice big circle all the way around in front of that chest, all the way over your head. Then back across the opposite direction, just alternating back and forth each direction, the same time as doing kind of a side lunge motion, stepping back and across behind you. And keep that motion going nice and slow under control. Nice deep lunge up to each side every single time. Just got a few seconds left. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and drop down onto that mat again. We're doing the next Pilates exercise, the side hip raise. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. It's going to be on that left elbow and left foot. Those feet stacked on top of each other. Inhale, slowly bringing those hips up. Arching that hand over top of your body. Nice and slow. Exhale, drop those hips back down. That hand comes back in front of your stomach. Then right back up again. Nice full contraction. Trying to pull that left shoulder down towards that left hip every single time you raise those hips up. Just keep that motion going nice and slow under control. So if you want to make this motion just a little bit easier, you're going to follow Kelly here by bending those knees, just coming up onto that knee. Otherwise, keep those legs out completely extended straight for the harder version. Same motion applies though. Raise those hips up really nice and high. Bring that hand up over top of your head, shoving that left shoulder down towards that left hip. We're almost done, just 2 more repetitions. Last one. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and stand back up again. We're going to be doing that second round of the windmill cross step. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Remember, nice big circle with those arms all the way around over top of your head. At the same time as stepping off with that side lunge, getting down nice and low, tipping forward just a little bit through that torso, then coming right back up as those arms come over your head. Just keep alternating back and forth, nice slow fluid motion, making sure you're trying to get as much range of motion out of it as possible. Keep that motion going for just a little bit longer. You've got about 5 seconds left. One more back across, and let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and do that side hip raise one more time. Still doing it on the left side. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Up on that left elbow and that left foot. Make sure those feet are stacked. Slowly bring those hips up really nice and high at the same time as arching that hand over top of your head. Slowly bring that arm back down as those hips drop back. Remember that breathing is going to be inhale those hips up, exhale those hips back down. And again, if you want to make the easier version, go ahead and bend those knees back. Slowly come up onto those knees this time instead of that foot all the way out. Otherwise, if you want that harder version, go ahead and keep those legs completely straight. And we are almost done, just 2 more repetitions. Last one, nice slow fluid motion. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and stand back up. We're going to be doing our next cardio exercise, the jumping oblique twists. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Get those feet going, little quick hops, turning those feet back and forth from side to side. Try to get a full 180-degree turn if you can. Rotating those hips back and forth, then trying to turn those shoulders in the opposite direction from the direction you turn those hips. So if you turn those hips facing to the left, you want those shoulders facing towards the right. Just keep it going. Rotating back and forth is a great one for those oblique muscles, as well as working those calves. And we're almost done, just 5 seconds left. Keep it going. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and drop back down on the ground. We're going to be doing that side hip raise again, but this time on the right side. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Nice and slow, bring those hips up off the ground. Bring that left hand up over top of your head. Nice arching motion. Then slowly back down. Make sure you get that breathing in there. Inhale those hips up. Exhale, slowly back down. Putting all that pressure into that right elbow and that right foot with those feet stacked. Just keep it going. Nice slow fluid motion. And if you want to, go ahead and switch it to that half version. Up on those knees, doing that same exact motion with that body, just off of those knees rather than that foot. Otherwise, keep those legs out completely extended for the harder version. And just 2 more repetitions, nice slow fluid motion. Really press that hip up there. There's your last one. And let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move back to that jumping oblique twist. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Nice and quick, hopping those feet back and forth, rotating those shoulders in the opposite direction from those feet, trying to get as much of a rotation through that torso as you possibly can. Just keep it really nice and quick. Try to get that heart rate up there really nice and high. And we're almost done. 5 seconds left. Keep that motion going nice and quick. And let it relax. All right, drop it back down for our last round of the side hip raise on the right side. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Bring that hip up there nice and high. Pulling that right shoulder down towards that right hip, trying to get a nice contraction on that right oblique, on that bottom side of the body. At the same time, focus on getting a nice arcing motion through that left arm as you bring it up over top of your head as you raise those hips. Then slowly back down in front of that torso as those hips drop back down towards the mat. Always make sure you're keeping just a little bit of a space underneath that hip. Now go ahead and let it drop all the way down. Bend those knees back if you want to go that slightly easier version. Otherwise, keep those legs extended all the way out there for that harder version. We're almost done, just 2 more repetitions, nice slow fluid motion. So our last one right here, full extension, and let it relax. All right, go ahead and pause it here if you need a little bit of a rest. Otherwise, we're gonna go right back in to finish the rest of it up. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up the last half of this routine, starting off with the standing toe touch kicks. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Nice and slow, bring your left leg up, right hand down to that left toe, trying to keep that leg as straight as you possibly can, then alternate over to the other side, just alternating back and forth, trying to keep that torso relatively straight up and down, also keeping those arms and legs straight, just a nice slow controlled motion, making sure that you're not swinging or kicking that leg. Almost done, just 5 seconds left, keep that motion going, all those muscles nice and contracted, and let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next exercise. We're doing a side leg raise, starting with that right leg first. Go ahead and get ready. And begin. Laying out on that left side, you're going to bring that right leg straight up as high as you possibly can, trying to keep that foot pointed forward rather than up over top of your shoulders. You're trying to focus on just that outside thigh, whereas if you let that toe point up towards your head, you're actually going to start working more of your hip flexor, the front of that hip, and the front of that thigh rather than the outside. So just try to keep that toe pointed straight across in front of you rather than over your head. Trying to get as much range of motion out as you can, dropping it back down, keep a little bit of a gap underneath that foot, and right back up again. Now the breathing with this one is going to be exhale as you bring that leg up, and then inhale as you bring that leg slowly back down. Now make sure as you're moving that leg, you're also concentrating on keeping those core muscles really nice and tight, sucking that belly button into your spine, keeping those obliques and lower back nice and tight as well. Just keep that motion nice and slow under control. We're almost done. Just 2 more repetitions. Here's your last one right here. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and move back to that standing toe touch kick. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Bring that right hand down to that left foot and that left hand down to that right. Just keep alternating back and forth. Try to keep that leg as straight as you can, that arm as straight as you can. Just keep that motion nice and slow under control. And we are almost done. We just have 5 seconds left. Keep that motion going nice and slow under control. And let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and move on to that last round of the side leg raises on the right side. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Slowly bring that right leg up nice and high. Remember, try to keep that toe pointing straight forward in front of you, trying to let it turn up, pointing towards your head. Always straight forward to try to focus on just that outside thigh. Keep those ab muscles nice and tight. Contract those obliques in that lower back, keeping that whole core section nice and solid. You're almost done, just 2 more repetitions. And here's your last one right here. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and switch it up. Our next cardio is going to be just regular jumping jacks. Go ahead and get ready. And start it up. This is a traditional jumping jack, and those hands straight up over top of your head, snapping them back down as you bring those feet back together. Make sure this motion is really nice and quick, but make sure it's always under control. Keep that motion going nice and quick. We're almost done. We've got 5 seconds left. Keep pushing it. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and drop it down on the ground. We're doing that side leg raise again, but this time with that left leg. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Bring that left leg up really nice and high. Remember, keep that toe pointed straight forward as best you can. Try not to let it point up towards your head. Nice, slow, controlled motion. Slow exhale as you bring that leg up, and inhale as you bring it back down. So exhale up, inhale down. Just keep that motion going nice and slow under control. Make sure those abdominal muscles, those obliques and that lower back, all of those core muscles are contracted really nice and tight the entire time. And we are almost done, just 2 more repetitions. Nice full range of motion is your last one. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and stand back up, doing another round of jumping jacks. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Remember, get those hands and legs moving as quickly as you possibly can, but never out of control. You want to make sure that heart rate gets up really nice and high. Almost done. Keep that motion going nice and quick. Just got 5 seconds left. We're almost there. And let it relax. All right, go ahead and drop back down on the ground. We got 1 more round of the side leg raises on that left leg. Go ahead and get ready. And start it up. Remember, nice slow fluid motion up and back down. Keep those core muscles really nice and tight. Exhale as that leg comes up. Inhale as it slowly drops back down. Always keep a little bit of a hover underneath that leg. Never let it completely relax. Also make sure you don't let that toe start pointing up towards your head. You want to always keep it pointing straight forward. And we're almost done. Just 2 more repetitions. Nice slow fluid motion. Here's your last one right here. Slowly back down and let it relax. All right, let's go and move on to the next cardio exercise, the flutter kick squats. We've got 30 seconds of these as well. Go ahead and get ready. And start it up. So you're going to flutter those feet back and forth and then squat down really nice and low in the center. Make sure that every single time you do that flutter kick motion, you start with a different foot forward. You want to always alternate which foot you start forward with, just to make sure everything's nice and even. Drop down nice and deep in the middle every single time. Keep that back nice and flat. Weight back in your heels, making sure you're going as low as possible, trying to get those thighs at least parallel to the ground if you can. And we are almost done. Just a few seconds left. Keep that motion going nice and quick. And let it relax. All right, we got bridges next. So go ahead and drop down on that mat, face up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Contract those ab muscles and then slowly press those hips straight up as high as you possibly can, squeezing through those hamstrings and those glutes and that lower back, actually almost trying to get an arch out of that body. Then slowly let those hips drop back down, drop them until they almost touch that mat, and then press them right back up again. You want to keep all that weight in the heel of your foot you're going to have a tendency to want to rock out on that toe, but try to shove all that weight back down into that heel and keep it up in those shoulders. If you want to make it just a little bit harder for that core, you can bring those feet closer together and lift those arms up off the ground. Otherwise, you can stay exactly where you are and keep doing the version we're doing here. And just 2 more repetitions left. Nice tight squeeze at the top. Really get those muscles to contract. Last one. And let it relax. All right, let's go ahead and stand back up. We got another round of those flutter kick squats. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Kick those feet back and forth for that flutter motion. Then spread them out really nice and wide, dropping down to that nice deep squat. Then come right back up into that flutter motion again. Just keep alternating back and forth, really nice quick motion. Remember, you're trying to get that heart rate up nice and high. And we're almost done, just 5 seconds left. Keep that motion going. Nice deep squat, and let it relax. All right, go ahead and drop back down onto that mat. Got another round of those bridges. Go ahead and get ready. And start up. Remember, contract those core muscles nice and tight, and then shove those hips up as high as you possibly can. Try and get at least a straight line from your knee to your shoulder, but preferably actually getting those hips up even higher than that. All your weight back in the heel of that foot and up in those shoulders. Remember, if you want to make it just a little bit harder for core, for that balance, bring those feet really nice and close together and bring those arms up off the ground. Just keep that motion going nice and slow to control. Tight squeeze every single time. And we are almost done with this routine, just 2 more repetitions. Here's your last one right here. And let it relax. All right, good job. This workout is complete. You just finished Fitness Blender's Cardio and Pilates Blend.